Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you are in this world. God bless you. I want to share something with you guys. You always think, oh, she has a hat on. Oh, she has a jacket on. Oh, she must be freezing. No, I'm not freezing, but I want to show you. I am saving money. I am saving money by putting a hat and a jacket on. This is the total bill right here, cost from my gas for this month. And as you can see right here is $6.75 of it is just the basic cost. So it's like to get the gas to my house is cost $6. Basic service fee, $6.75 just to get it to my house for me to use it. And then it's got charge for gas used was $4.66. The Utah tax was 50 cents. The municipal tax was 68 cents. Come to $12.59. So really, I used $4.66 in gas. So, the gas would be part of my heater, but I have it turned off outside so that it's not circulating the water through the ceiling and over to my wall unit here. And I have the temperature on the hot water heater set down, which is still hot enough to run the dishwasher with smoking hot water. So that's good, and I can get a shower and all that good stuff. But just by adding a hat and a jacket when I feel like the hat isn't enough, my gas bill went in June, before I turned down the thermostat on the hot water heater, and before I had them turn the handle off that causes the water to circulate through the ceiling over to this air conditioning unit, the heater unit, and back to the hot water heater where it has to reheat it because it's been through the air conditioned room in the summertime. So once I turned that off and I put the thermostat down on low, and some of you may have large families and you can't do that. The other thing you may be able to do is, if you have large families, is turn the hot water heater up for about a half an hour before you guys start doing bath time, and then you can turn it back down. Doesn't have to have that. You don't have to have the water getting heated up that hot that much, after everybody's had a bath. You could also stagger baths, so many on this day, so many on that day if you got a bunch of kids. Kids aren't always outside playing in the dirt and getting filthy dirty. They go to school, they come home, they're popped down on the sofa, they're in front of the TV or playing a video game. What have they done to work up a sweat? Yeah, it's like that. Anyway, but if Dad and you are out there working and running back and forth and doing all the things you're doing, and you're sweaty, then you're going to want to shower every night. So you guys take one. But if you got 6 kids, maybe only 3 of them on Monday night, and 3 of them on Tuesday night, and the other 3 back on Wednesday night, so forth and so on, and then turn that hot water heater back down once everybody's been showered. The wash machines now, the washing powder, that stuff, most of that stuff, you run it on cold water. It's designed to run with cold water. You may have something, you may have a husband, or you may work in a field where you get just like filthy dirty with car grease or, dirt and tar or whatever it is on your clothes that you need that hot water, then that's different. And there should be enough hot water in the tank to run one load of clothes. If you've got to run multiple loads with hot water, you go out and turn up the hot water heater. But it's not dangerous to turn that thermostat up and down. if it was dangerous, it would be a big old warning on there. So don't turn this up and down. And it's not going to do that, okay? But you can turn your thermostat up and down according to when you're going to need that hot water. Now the other thing is, my hot water heater is outside in a closet. So I am going to have to invest in some of that pipe insulation. It's sort of like a pool noodle, but it's different kind of material. And it's a little pipe, and you can get it in different lengths. And it's got a slit in it, and you can slide it over the pipe, and it'll help insulate that pipe. So that mine being outside, I'm going to go get some for the cold water that's exposed. And the hot water, it's not that much pipe that's exposed out there before it's up into the ceiling, that I can help keep it from freezing, because that would be a mess. And so I don't want that to happen. So just that little bit of thing, and I should be good to go. The other thing you can do is that your hot water heater, you can get what's called a blanket, a hot water heater blanket. And it's insulation, and you wrap it around your tank. You just measure around your tank to see how big around it is, so you know how big around you need, how wide your blanket needs to be. And also you want to measure the top to the bottom, but you don't want to cover the area where you need to get to the controls for adjusting the temperature or lighting the pilot light. So you're going to cut that out. And then it's very easy. You just take some tape and tape the thing, and it just stays on your hot water heater. It helps hold the heat in, so it's causing less effect from the cold outside getting on your hot water heater. And you think, well, that won't even help. Mine's in the house. Well, I got news for you. It will help if it's in the house too. So, because what that thermostat does is it detects the temperature that's in that tank. So now it's going to heat that water up to that temperature. And it'll stay as hot in that tank as long as it can, but depending on how much cool air is around the outside of that tank, as to how soon the temperature will drop, and the gas will turn back on and heat that gas running, heat that water back up again. So just some tips on saving gas. Gasoline, not gasoline, but the gas, the natural gas, or the whatever kind of heating fuel you're using this winter. We're going to need to be very careful with it, because in Europe they're already expecting blackouts. They're expecting to have periods of time where they have no heat, no electricity to run their gas heaters. So keep that in mind, that may be something that occurs. But if we're conserving, and we're trying to be as smart as possible in regards to how we use our energy, how we preserve our energy, then we're going to be miles ahead. And you might even get a teeny weeny little bill like that, which is very nice. But now let's see, what was the other? Oh, and make sure you cover your windows with things. Like I got extra thick plastic, they're shower curtains for this patio door, and it fits perfectly. And tall and goes to the bottom. That will help hold the heat in the house. And I have a blanket over the window back there too. And same thing is in the middle bedroom and in my master bedroom. The windows are covered the one in the back bedroom is really covered up well, because with my sleep disorder, I may sleep during the middle of the day, but the light disturbs me. So it's like a cave back there, 24/7. So that room is really well insulated because I have a piece of insulation board, I have a piece of cardboard, I have a light flannel blanket, and I had a curtain over it, but it fell down and I can't climb on the bed to get it back up there. So think about things like that. Check the stripping around your front door, and whether you need to do some caulking around your windows or whatever. Do not caulk your windows shut. You don't want to caulk where the window opens. You don't want to caulk that. That's a very bad idea. If a fire breaks out and you need that window to get out of the house, you've caulked yourself in there. And your children and your pets and whatever else. Do not caulk your window shut. Okay, if you're not sure what part of your window you should be caulking, please speak to someone at the hardware store. Speak to someone in the neighborhood. Google it online so that you're not caulking your window shut. That's not what you want to do. And then buy some warm clothes, like this hat I just got. I'm so excited about this hat. It has this, look at this fuzzy stuff that's inside of here. Look at that. Look at that material. Man, and this is a nice knit. It's a thick knit. It's a very, very thick knit. So between that black fuzzy stuff in there and that knit, ooh, this hat is so warm. It's one of the warmest hats I've ever had. I just love this thing. I even thought about getting another one in case I lose this one. Because that has happened to me before. I've had a good hat and then lost it. But even the ones that I've lost are not as good as this one. So now you want to keep your feet warm, and you want to keep a hat on your head. And the reason the hat is 65% of your body heat goes out through the top of your head. So I just wanted to bring this, share my happy news with you. And I know that some of you are having astronomical bills. And maybe some of the things that I'm doing will help you decrease your bill. And I certainly hope, and this is just the gas bill, it's not my electric bill. My electric bill, no. I don't know what I do with my electric bill. Oh wait, yes I do. What? Oh, I got a notice there. It's okay. My light bill was $37.97. I don't play my TV all day. I know that draws a lot of energy, and so I don't do that. I have LED light bulbs in every one of the fixtures in my house. So regardless of what room you're in, how many lights are in that particular light, like some have 2 light bulbs, some 3, and some are 1, and in the bathroom there's 3 separate lights. And anyway, I put LED light bulbs in the whole house. And so my light bill is $37.97. And I want you to know that my dryer is an electric dryer. It's not a gas dryer. So I wash full loads of clothes, and I dry full loads of clothes. So I don't run pieces of loads, because it takes just as much energy for that washing machine to cycle through a low wash as it does to go through a high wash. It uses more water for a high wash, but it runs the same amount of time. Unless you have it on if you have a little delicate cycle, if that's what you're washing. But anyway, so that's what my light bill is $37.97. If you're not in a room, turn the light off. Teach your children to turn the light off. And you can encourage them by having a reward system and a demerit system. So if you find them out of their room and the light is on, they get a demerit. And it's very easy. You just get a little whiteboard, write their name down, and write a demerit on whoever left their light on and they weren't in the room. And then you do that for every time you catch them leaving the light on. And at the end of the week now, you're going to have a little pack of cookies, or you're going to make some cookies. And then you're going to hand out cookies. Well, if say you have, normally you give out 4 cookies for each kid. That's once a week. That's not every day. But once a week you give them 4 cookies if they have no strikes against them. And so for every strike that they have, they lose a half a cookie. So if they have one what did I say that word was? Anyway, if they have one strike, then you take away half a cookie. Well, if they have 8 of them, they get no cookies. Too sad, too bad. Let's see. Okay, now let's see how you do next week. And encourage them to do better next week. And man, they'll be thinking about, wow, Jeff and Sally got 4 cookies each and I got 2 cookies. Because I kept forgetting to turn my light off. So I'm going to remember to turn my light off this week. That's going to help save you energy. And once you get them trained, they won't need cookies. They'll automatically do it. Just like if they go to the bathroom and they take a bath and they get out and they leave their clothes in the floor. And if you haven't taught them to take those clothes up out of the floor and put them in the dirty clothes hamper or wherever it is you want them to put them dirty clothes, then you start, they get a strike. You can have 2 separate boards or 2 separate sections, one for lights and one for clothes in the bathroom, and another one for picking up their dishes. If they're old enough to take a dish and carry it to the table by themselves and a cup, they're old enough to take that dish back to the kitchen and rinse the food off of it and put it in the dishwasher. And you can train them how to do that. Now I'm going to tell you, I trained my kids. I taught them how to do every kind of thing that there was necessary to do in the house. My son and my daughter. They know how to wash clothes. They know how to cook food. They know how to clean the kitchen. They know all these things. They can iron. They can balance a checkbook. They can read a light bill and a gas bill. All these things they know how to do. Now, they're just like everyday kind of things, but they know how to do them. So if for some reason I'm sick or I'm in bed, I have the flu and I can't get up, they still have clean clothes. They can still make something good to eat. They can still, notice when the light bill and gas bill comes in if it's going to be due before I'm up and running around again. So the things that you teach your children now will be the things that they continue to do in their life. So if you let them be little pigs now, they'll just be bigger pigs when they're older. So if you teach them to clean up their mess in the bathroom, you teach them to take their dishes to the kitchen and rinse them off and get them in the dishwasher, you're not going to have so many dishes to do. You're going to have more time to spend doing other things. They're going to learn responsibility, and then with the lights, that's going to save you money. And to just tell them, say, these cookies cost money, and when I have to pay more on the light bill because you keep leaving the lights on, that's why you're getting less cookies, because I can't pay for them lights to be on every minute and still buy these cookies. So anyway, just some ideas, just some things I did with my kids. But I tried to get my daughter to do that with her 5 kids, and she wouldn't. And boy, I'm telling you, I know there's been so many days that she's just been sorry she didn't listen to her mama. Anyway, and as always, I love you.